Hi guys, so a bit different for the channel. I'm doing my first competition of 2022 in June this year. It's a hike and fly challenge and I'm starting the preparation and the running today. So I'm going to grab my hike and fly gear and everything I need and start running, hiking over to one of my local hills 8 mile away, do some flying, try and get a bit of altitude to fly as far back as I can, pack as quick as I can and run home. So the competition, you have to, you start at 7 AM on the morning. The 50 racers are allowed to tag as many of the waypoints either on foot or in the sky. You can't use any other form of transport. I'm not sure of the time, the cut-off time on the first day. I think we have to be landed or stop moving by I think 7 PM. And we're being tracked, of course. And then we can start the next morning again at 7 AM. So wherever I land, whether I land high and camp out under the wing or low, whatever, you can't keep moving forward to another turn point until 7 AM the next morning. So this is the start of my training and I hope you like it. Cheers. All right, let's go. Oh, hang on. Left some lights on. Brilliant. Try again. Okay, let's do this. God, I love this stuff. Let me leave this. A chicken and a cat having a fight. The things you say while hiking, flying. Brilliant. So, I was watching a vlog of Paul Goshenbauer and he was saying don't go off too quick. I think it was Paul Goshenbauer. Don't go off too fast. Maybe Kriegel, I don't know. So I'm just trying to pace myself rather than just jog all the way, get really sweaty and horrible. Get on top of the hill, which is today apparently minus 2.5 degrees, and get a chill, and then I've got to run all the way home. So total running today is going to be about 15 mile. I've done about 1 and I was running, so I'm already getting a bit sweaty. So I'm just going to slow back down and sort of more so hike at a good pace, because I'm not racing, I'm only training ready for the race. And the hill is completely in fog, so yeah, don't rush, don't get too sweaty. Yeah, that's not good. The hill is over there, still a long way away, but completely out of sight. So it's really foggy, but I'm still going to keep going because I want the training anyway, you know. So I'll keep going. Still got about 6 miles to go. So I did this comp for the first time last year, 2021, with one of my two of my ex-students that are much younger and much fitter than me, and we absolutely loved it. We only did the 1 day event, so start at 7 AM and I think it was, we have to be back at the start finish gate at 4 PM. But we absolutely loved it. So me and my one of those students, we're going to do it this year together, the 2 day, and sleep out on the fells. And he's miles fitter than me, so I've got to train harder. but maybe I have a bit more flying experience, so I can help him and he can help me. We can sort of pace each other, be pacemakers for each other. That's the plan. So anyway, can't wait. While I'm walking, they should have an old man's section for this race, because I'm 52 and a week or two before, a couple of weeks before we start this race, I'll be 53. So I think, is that old? Am I old? I don't know. Maybe we should have an old man's category. Just an idea. So what I've noticed since I had COVID, my smell never came back. Still no smell, but it really has knocked my fitness about. I definitely struggle more with my fitness now, and my bones ache more. My knee bones, my ankles, shoulders, elbows, I ache more now, which is a bit of a pain. I'm hoping that's going to wear away and bugger off, but yeah, I have noticed I suffer more. I had COVID. If any of you saw the videos, I think I did one the start of my COVID. I had it pretty bad, 6 weeks, 5.5 weeks, but it's really, I seem to have a bit of a few long lasting effects of it. I hope those bugger off soon, but I think I'm gonna have to get the sticks out in a minute, because by the time I've climbed this hill packed and walking back, I'm definitely going to need them, so I think I'm going to get them out now. This is the old railway that run into Bishop's Castle, where I live, many years ago. I love living in Shropshire. So lucky having all the hills, all the Shropshire hills around us. That's pretty cool. Normally you'd see the hill now, still about 5 miles away, but you'd see it by now, but it's really foggy. But hopefully by the time I get there it'll be clear. If you're thinking of having a go at this sort of thing, I'd strongly recommend getting some sticks. They really make a big difference by the end of the day, so I'd definitely get yourself some sticks. But oh, it's really great fun. You can just lose your mind and just enjoy the views. Look at it. Well, not that you can see that much today, it's misty, but oh, it's so good getting out. What a result. Launch is clear. Right where I want to launch from is clear. Excellent. If you're watching this and thinking, I'd love to do that, I'd love to fly, maybe get into the hike and fly, etc. Chris, who that you will see later on, perhaps in training, or you'll certainly see him in the comp, because we're going to start together. He started to learn to fly with me in either the end of 2020 or beginning of 2021, I can't remember. I taught him to fly from a beginner, and he did last year's one-day comp with me. So you can do it. If you watch this video and think, I want to do that, you can do it. Just contact a school and start learning. It doesn't take long. A whole course is around, I don't know, 10 days, depending on how good you are, how quick you pick things up. And then you can be doing this within the same year, weather permitting, on the course that is. But it doesn't take long, you can do it. So just get off your sofa and do it. I find it all, I've been flying over 33 years and I've been into fitness all my life, but I find it all, coming out walking like this and flying, I find it so good for my brain, really. It's just fantastic. It really helps my mental fitness as well as my physical fitness. So and there goes the phone. I can just see takeoff. So at least I'm going to get to fly back down and walk home. So no aches or pains at the moment. So all looking good. So I think this will be my landing field here. I normally land right up on top, well not on top but much further away, but if I land here it's going to save me about 300 meters of walking. Just go watch the lines and the trees. So yeah, that's going to be my landing field. So this is where I take the plugs off the sticks, use these on the tarmac, on the roads, etc., on the hard stuff. But then when you come onto this stuff, pop them off. Like that. Again, oh, dropped it. Again, I'm sure you all know that. But again, if someone doesn't know it, now they do. Just makes it easier now to spike into the ground and pull yourself up the hill. Right, we're here. A little bit slower than expected. I went through a knee aching 20 minutes and a hip aching 20 minutes, but they've completely gone now, and that's what I keep getting after this bloody COVID. But anyway, it's still foggy down in the valley there, but the launch is clear, so hopefully we'll get airborne and fly down off that next ledge and then walk back over this hill, over that hill, over the next hill and back home. That's the plan. So I bought a book last year on World War II crash sites in the Shropshire Hills and Shropshire area, and this is where I teach my students to fly. And I've often wondered what this is. And it's a Spitfire crash site. I was going to say how cool is that, but it isn't, because obviously the pilot died. But yeah, that's a Spitfire crash site. Who would have known, right where I teach. Final gate, 100 meters from the top. Can't call it a summit in Shropshire. They're mere hills, but we're about 100 meters from the top. Still flyable. Can still see the bottom. So it should be in the air in 5 minutes. I thought it was going to be wetter than this, so I wore Solomon cross trainers, Gore-Tex ones today, just so I don't get wet socks and feet, etc. But it's not been wet at all. In fact, it's been slippy and icy most of the way. It's been quite slippy, you know, but the trainers have been good. Oh, the fog's coming back. It's getting thicker. I better hurry up. So this glider and harness, the whole setup's about 2.2 kilogram. It's a very, very light setup for today. Oh, this is flyable. This is fine. Bit north, the wind's about there. It's doable. Let's get rigged. I want to hurry up before I start cooling off and getting a chill. this track actually. Shall I land on the track? Pretty boggy. Nah, I'm not going to land on the track. I'll land here. Might have already left this a bit late. Loads of speed. Loads of speed. Loads of speed. And a big flare. Oh. Run, 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 run. Thanks for down. Nice little hike and fly. So I flew from the other side of there, it goes up again. Foggy, hardly any wind really. Straight down, but good fun. And I landed here. So I just got to walk down to that gate. In fact, I think I can get through here. So I landed right, well, I actually landed just there, but plenty of speed, nice big flare, all good. Right, let's pack and get walking home. So just getting some water in. So that's that. So I'm all packed away. I didn't quite land where I wanted to. I wanted to get a bit further than this, so it's added probably only half a mile of a walk, but it has added a bit of a walk, but hey ho. So I'm going to get walking back. So while I'm walking back, I'm just thinking for the race what shoes to take or to wear. So today I wore the Solomon Fell Razors, and they're okay, they're waterproof, but I'm not sure. When I do my normal just running, I normally wear Hoka Clifton because I find them really good for my knees. I don't have any aches or pains. So I think I'm going to take a few with me for the competition and choose depending on the weather, because the Hoka Cliftons aren't waterproof. So that's not going to be very cool, especially on the morning when I wake up maybe on top of a fell. The grass is going to be all dewy and wet. So I really don't know what to do. I think we're going to have to just take a few of my different shoes and call it depending on the weather. And can you believe, almost home and the sun comes out. Walking in fog all day. That was such a good day though. I've really enjoyed it. There's a few things I need to remember to take next time, like my Apple iPhone earbuds, so when phone calls come through I can take them without trying to get my phone out. And a bit of money in case I want to stop off somewhere for a coffee. What else did I want? Yeah, maybe some different shoes. My shoes are hurting now. And a spare SD card, because my I had to delete a few files on my cameras because they were getting a little bit full, doing so much shooting today. So a few things to do, but an epic day. Loved it. Cheers guys. Good morning. So I've woke up the next morning expecting to be aching like crazy and I'm really feeling great. So I'm going to do the same course today, but I'm going to take just my running gear and just do a jog. It's absolutely beautiful today. It got good last night on the way back. So there's a few things I need. I'm going to use my different trainers today. I'm going to try out my Hoka Cliftons today, which are a bit more bouncy and a bit more, a bit kinder to my knees. So I'm going to try out the Cliftons today and take a bit of money, take a bit more food and a bit more water. Oh, and a change of a hat because I really got sweaty. So a spare hat, I think, or a spare buff. So yeah, here goes. So morning. So I've changed my mind and I've decided to come out hiking a totally different direction today. I'm only doing 5 mile, But I've got all my gear apart from flying equipment today. I'm not bothered with any flying gear because it's a bit too windy. But it's more to, this one is more about shoes. So I've decided to try out my the Sportiva Raptors today to see how they're going to fare on my feet. So I'm just going to do a 5-mile walk around the hills, and just to see if they start aching on the downward stuff. Coming down the hill yesterday and down a few of the roads, the Solomons were hurting, and that was only like 4 hours. So I want to try and sort out shoes that I just know are going to be really good. I spoke to Hocker this morning, and apparently the oh god, I forgot the name of them. Anyway, there's a cross training shoe that's waterproof Gore-Tex that they say is absolutely epic. So I'm probably going to get them to send me some of those. So yeah, and I remembered in case my phone rings, and I got some money, etc. So let's see how we get on. So far these Raptors have been absolutely brilliant. I haven't done any downhill stuff yet. It's all been flat or uphill. So we're coming to some downhill now, so let's see how they feel on my toes. Alright, so almost back home. 5.2 mile. Loads of downhill, and I've got to say the Raptors are brilliant. The Sportiva Raptors have been really excellent. So these will be coming with me. Tomorrow looks too windy, but hopefully I'll get some flying done the following day. Fingers crossed. It's got pretty cold up on the hills today. It's probably minus 0.5, maybe 1 up on the hills. So I have learned to definitely take a few layers, because I got really hot walking to the hills yesterday, and then I didn't want to get too chilled out on top of the hill, so I wrapped up, and it really helps. So I've done that today as well, just so I don't get a chill. I hate getting chills. It knocks me about for a couple of days. So I think I'm pretty much there. I've got the next thing is my my airbed, well, roll-out mat and tent. What tent I'm going to get. I know what sleeping bag I'm getting, because thankfully Patagonia sponsor me, so obviously I'm going to get the Patagonia all season sleeping bag, so that's going to be absolutely epic. And then tent I'll probably sort out tomorrow or the next day if it's not flyable. So and then we'll put them up in the garden and test them out.